So, crisis, insoluble problem, major crisis. Both stepmothers want their names on the wedding invitation. Catherine adores her stepmother, who more or less brought her up. She wants her name on the invitation. She wants it, and her stepmother is not anticipating, which is understandable, since the mother is dead, not appearing next to Catherine's father. Whereas my stepmother, whom I contest, is out of the question. Her name should be on the invitation. But my father won't have his name on it if hers isn't, unless Catherine's stepmother is left off, which is completely unacceptable. I suggest that Catherine's name be on it. After all, we're not in lessons. We can count our winning and the white people ourselves. So Catherine screams her head off, arguing that would be a slap in the face for her parents, and especially for her stepmother, who's gone to all this trouble when she isn't even her mother. And I finally let myself be persuaded, totally against my better judgment, because she wore me down. I finally agreed that my stepmother, whom I detest, who's a complete bitch, will have her name on the invitation. So I telephoned my mother to warn her. Mother, I said, I've done everything in my power to avoid this, but we have absolutely no choice. Colette's name has to be on the invitation. She said, if Colette's name is on the invitation, take mine off it. Mother, I said, please, I beg you, don't make things even more difficult. She said, how dare you suggest that my name is left to float around the card on its own as if I was some abandoned woman below Colette who'll be clamped onto your father's name like I said to her, mother, I have friends waiting for me. I'm going to hang up now, and we'll discuss all this tomorrow after a good night's sleep. She said, why isn't I always an afterthought? What are you talking about, brother? You're not always an afterthought. Of course I am. Don't make things even more difficult. What you think is, everything's already been decided. Everything's been organized without me. Everything's been cooked up behind my back. But old Nadia, she'll read anything. And all this, she said, get this, in aid of an event, the importance of which I'm having some trouble grasping. I have friends like you. That's right, there's always something better to do. Anything's more important than I am. Goodbye. And she hung up. Catherine, who's next to me, hasn't heard her side of the conversation, said, what did she say? She left the morning name on the invitation. Why are you talking about that? What did she say about the wedding? Nothing. You're lying. I'm not Catherine. I promise you she just doesn't want her name on the invitation with Colette. You call her back and tell her that when your son is getting married, you rise above your vanity. You could say the same thing to your stepmother. That's got nothing to do with it. It's me. I'm the one who's insisting her name is on it. It's not her, poor thing. She's tact personified. If she had any idea what trouble this was causing, she'd be down on her knees begging to have her name taken off the invitation. And you call your mother. Oh, I call her back. By now I'm in shreds. Catherine's listening on the extension. Ivan, my mother says, up to now you've conducted your affairs in the most chaotic way imaginable, and just because out of the blue you've decided to embark on matrimony, I find myself obliged to spend all afternoon and evening with your father, a man I haven't seen in 17 years, and to whom I was not expecting to have to reveal my hip size and my plump chin. Colette, who, incidentally, I may tell you, according to Felix Perolari, has recently taken up bridge. Bridge. I can see all that can't be helped, but on the invitation, the one item everyone will receive and examine, I insist on making a solo appearance. Catherine, listening on the extension, shakes her head and screws up her face in disgust. Mother, I say, why are you so selfish? I'm not selfish.